we're back, and this is not a pre-recorded video that I did, like a couple, whatever. It's like a video, but every wrestling content creator is basically copying each other, and in Slammy Awards. Who's the Slammy Awards for this year? And WWE started doing it, but this is basically my version of the Slammy Awards. And yes, I did not spell Slammies how I spell it in this video wrong. This is how I want to spell it. And so yeah, again, if you disagree with any of these picks, put down in the comments below. Anyway, before we get into this video, I'd love for you guys to hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button because I'm on the road to 100 subscribers, and I would like to get there before we hit WrestleMania 41 Las Vegas. Anyway, let's go into the day. Now, what is Nick Wrestling Slammies? Now, we are in 2024. It's the end of 2024, and I have not missed a single show of WWE television in the year of 2024. So I think it's time for me to bring back something that I've never done before. And it's called Nick Wrestling Slammies 2024. We will do this at the same time about next year, but I'm just going to go over the categories and tell you what the categories are about, okay? Got it. So the first category is Superstar of the Year. This is just for male, because I have a separate one for the women, because I felt like the women needed their own so they could also stand out. But yeah, this is strictly for the men, and what male superstar was the superstar of the year, who was the caliber wrestler of the year, who was the top superstar of the year for the men. Second one, women's superstar of the year. It's basically what I said for the men, except it's for the women's. The top women's wrestler all throughout 2024. So, just gonna put that out there. Okay? And then we got the best match of the year. Pretty self-explanatory what my favorite match of the whole 2024 was. Now, again, before you guys skip into the video, leave it down in the comments below. What do you think my favorite match of the year was for 2024? Again, put it down in the comments below. What do you think the best match of the year was? Because we all have different opinions. But some of us might have the same opinions. Some of us might have different opinions. We don't know. And then we got Ew Moment of the Year, which basically means a moment that happened in 2024 that made me say ew. Pretty self-explanatory. The Breakout Superstar of the Year, and no, I did not spell breakout wrong. That's how I meant to spell it. And basically, whoever had the biggest success in 2024, or who was not even pictured to have a good 2024, but out of nowhere had a great 2024, is what this one basically means. And then this one, most dominant champion of the year. So basically, was the most dominant champion of 2024? Who had the most dominant reign? Who has held it down in their division? And we got the weakest champion of the year, which basically means who has had the weakest championship reign, or maybe it's current of the year. We'll find out. And my favorite moment of the year, which we'll get to later, is basically saying this is my opinion. Just put it on comments what your favorite moment of the year is before we get into this video. So yeah. Anyway, let's start off with Superstar of the Year. Come on, man. You knew I had to have the American Nightmare himself, the Cody Rhodes, the undisputed champion. He's the Superstar of the Year. He's been there every single week. Basically, he's defended his championship every single time he's able to. He defends it more, obviously, on live shows and like house shows and stuff, but that's what a champion should do. Defend it more on house shows, defend it all the time on house shows, and retain his belt. You want to know what something I saw that I actually kind of makes me sad? Gunther defending his World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk in a steel cage match at a house show. That needs to be studied. Anyway, whatever. But Cody Rhodes has been the most dominant. Has been the most dominant. Has been the most. Just been the most overall best superstar of the year, and you have to have him as the superstar of the year. And to me, there was no contenders for this category. And come on, you had to pick him. He's literally the biggest superstar right this maybe second, depending on what you put him. Superstar right now. You cannot lie. Now, as we move over to women's, this was a tough one, but I had to pick Io Sky. The reason, and it was between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, but I didn't pick Rhea Ripley because Rhea Ripley has been injured most of the 2024. She missed a big chunk of 2024 due to her shoulder injury, and she's been out. She's been out of action a lot. You could say her beginning of 2024 was awesome, and she started as the women's world champion, but overall, Io Sky has had that beginning of 2024. She betrayed Bayley and stuff. She had that phenomenal match at WrestleMania where she lost the women's championship. But every single match Io Sky is in, she has a banger of match. And come on, man, Io Sky is just one of the best women's wrestlers right now on the Raw roster, and I really hope they keep her for Netflix because that would be super, super cool. So yeah, I can't wait to see more of Io Sky, and she was, for me, was the women's superstar of the year of 2024. Again, this could change. This could probably change a lot every year because I'm doing this yearly thing every December, close to the end of the year. But yeah. To me, Io Sky has been the women's superstar of the year, and it was between her and Rhea, but I decided to pick Io. Then she hasn't been as much. She hasn't has been injured as much, and she's been there every single week, and she's one of the few stars who actually wrestle every single week. Like Rhea Ripley, she had her first singles match on Raw in over a year. Okay, you see where I'm going with that, okay, see? So, yeah. As we move over to, I think, the best match of the year, it has to go to CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Hell in a Cell Bad Blood 2024. It was closer to the end of 2024, but let me tell you this match. This was the best match of their trilogy, and they're one of the best matches I've seen in 2024, and is personally wins the best match of the year in 2024. Now, was either this or Roman versus Cody, WrestleMania 40, but I had to pick a match that was built in storyline and quality. They both had good quality. This one was a little bit more violenter, which I actually gave it the edge over Cody versus Roman. And this one was the opener to the show. It should have main evented, but this was literally the opener of a show because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson decided I'm going to show up at Bad Blood for no reason at all in my last appearance at 2024. We aren't going to get into that. But yeah, quality storyline, the violence in this match. They used a wrench for no reason. That's supposed to check up something. I don't know. But this was for sure the best match. And props to both Drew McIntyre and CM Punk for delivering us and giving the fans one of the best Hell in a Cell matches of all time. And the Nick Wrestling Slammy Award for the best match of 2024. Moving on to the EU Moment of the Year. EU Moment of the Year, which I basically told you, is again this Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk match at Bad Blood Hell in a Cell. And it's a specific moment in the match when, I think we all remember this, when Drew McIntyre was going for the Claymore kick on CM Punk. But CM Punk dodged, and Drew McIntyre landed on the edge of the steel steps. I know that hurt it. I know you almost broke your back in half. And what I can literally recall that moment, seeing that moment in real life, sitting right here, and I can remember saying, "Ew." I remember that distinctively. I remember saying that. And I remember saying, "Ew! Oh!" And I remember grabbing my back as fast as possible. Props to Drew McIntyre for taking such a dangerous spot like that. I don't think that's what was supposed to happen. I think he was just supposed to land on a bit flat surface. But that might have been worse. It made the match look cooler. So that's the ew moment of the year. I bet next year. I don't think next year's ew moment of the year will literally top this moment. 2024 has been a crazy year for wrestling. The Rock came back in 2020. It has a match. Anyway, let's continue. Now, I forget what the next category is. The breakout superstar of the year, Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, you probably will say, Shinsuke joined this roster like 10 years ago. How is he a breakout superstar of the year? I said a person. Now, if you go back from the beginning, I said a person who was not being think who could have a big 2024. And nobody in their right mind thought Shinsuke Nakamura was going to have a good 2024. He had a decent 2023 because he had that feud with Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. But Shinsuke Nakamura came out. Shinsuke Nakamura came out of nowhere with this new crazy dark Vader Sith Lord type of character. Beat LA Knight for the United States Championship. This is what makes Shinsuke Nakamura the breakout superstar. And for me personally in 2024, he literally came out of nowhere and became one of my favorite superstars on SmackDown in the current moment, in current stage of SmackDown. So props to Shinsuke Nakamura and props to Triple H for taking this long. It took this long to find out a good character for Shinsuke Nakamura, and it worked. But we just need to find out when Shinsuke is going to defend his championship the first time. But yeah, he's going out for the breakout superstar of 2024. I could have put Braun Breaker or Carmelo Hayes or whatever, but we have to push Shinsuke Nakamura. I didn't think he was going to have a good 2024, but he did. He came out of nowhere. That's the breakout superstar in my book. Now we move on to the most dominant champion of the year, and of course, it's Cody Rhodes. It's the American Nightmare. It's the undisputed WWE champion himself, Cody Rhodes. He's been the most dominant. He's been the most reliable. He's been the absolutely most dominant champion of all 2024. He basically held the championship for almost the entire year. Now, granted, has his title reign has been the greatest championship reign of all time? No. Will ever live up to Roman's championship reign? No, because Roman had a whole 4-year championship reign that had a bunch of storylines, had a bunch of cool stuff, and stuff that you cannot replicate in a 1-year time span. So, obviously, it won't come close to Roman's title reign because Roman had a 4-whole year title reign, but Cody Rhodes' title reign will be pretty special. It's going to be in the history books. He's going to be the one who defeated Roman Reigns, so that's who I care, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, most dominant champion of 2025 goes to the American Nightmare, my favorite wrestler at the current day and age, Cody Rhodes. Now let's go on to the most weakest champion of the year, Liv Morgan. Now, hear me out before all those Liv Morgan haters come at me for saying, how dare you say Liv Morgan's bad, the weakest champion of the year. Let me explain. I've actually have liked Liv Morgan's title reign, but the one problem I have about it, and the reason why I have her as the weakest champion, is because every time Rhea comes out, she backs away and runs out of the building. Weakest champion. Now you probably can say, oh, that's her character. She's a Weasley heel. Okay, I get it. Recently, she's been standing face to face against Rhea, which hopefully she will no longer be the champion after 2024 ends. But but she also hasn't defended the championship a lot. She's only had 2 defenses that are not Rhea Ripley. So that's a problem. Why I put her in the weakest champion of the year. She's the weakest champion of the year for me because she only defended it twice to 2 other people that weren't Rhea Ripley. And she kept running away, which is her character, but still is a qualification for the weakest champion of the year. And yeah. Just because I feel like the title should be back on Rhea Ripley. That might be glazed, but it's fine. This is why I think she's the weakest champion of 2024. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Oh boy, I forgot. No, it's not. My bad. Oh, my bad. My next category is my favorite moment of all of 2024. It has to be Cody Rhodes winning the WWE Championship in front of all those people at WrestleMania 40 Night 2. I remember that like that was yesterday. I remember I was anxiously standing in my room watching TV, watching Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, all the exciting returns and stuff, and the people that came out, John Cena, The Rock, The Undertaker of all people. He was the last person I expected. And the crowd that night. I got so excited when Cody Rhodes hit all 3 Cody Cutters or Cody Crossroads. And then I heard the 1, 2, 3, and the crowd said 1, 2, 3, and then when the 3 bell rang, you heard the crowd erupt and almost jump over the barricade because how excited they were to see Cody Rhodes win the championship. And probably shocked they were. And I remember I fell. It almost hit my head on my metal frame of my bed. And then you're hearing Samantha Irving saying, "It's my new WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes." It was just magical. WrestleMania 40 in general will never be repeated in my eyes ever again. The lead up to WrestleMania 40 will never be repeated in my lifetime. I feel like I will be dead next time. Next time WrestleMania is repeated like WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania 40 will go down as the greatest WrestleMania of all time. I'm putting the sticker in the flag. I'm planning it. WrestleMania 40 was the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Say it here in cloud. I don't care if you hate that moment. Heck, WrestleMania 40 in general was my favorite moment of the year. But Cody winning this championship was really my favorite moment of the year. I'm not even joking. My head hurts. Oh, good God. Okay. But that's all I have for you guys today. Again, leave down in the comments below if you disagree with my list or my Slammy Awards. And the next time we will see is the Nick Wrestling Slammies. Will be in 2025. So, I will see you same time next year. Anyway, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.